Have you ever faced a moment when everything around you seemed impossible, when the challenges were so great, the odds were so high, and you felt like the whole world was stacking the deck against you? You could feel the weight of defeat pressing down, and every step forward felt like you were fighting against the current. But here's the truth I want you to take in. The odds are not the enemy. The real enemy is giving up before you've given everything you've got. You see, victory isn't about having the perfect circumstances or a smooth path ahead. It's about what you do when everything is going wrong. It's about the strength you find within yourself when the world tells you that you can't. It's about the grit, the determination, and the belief that even when the odds are stacked high, you have everything you need to rise above. Tonight, I want to talk about how to win even when the odds are not just stacked against you, but towering over you. How to turn adversity into opportunity, and how to fight not just with your hands, but with your heart, your mind, and your unwavering resolve. Because success is not reserved for those who have it easy. Success belongs to those who refuse to quit when everything seems impossible. So I ask you, are you ready to break through? Are you ready to face the odds, embrace the struggle, and rise to the challenge? The path to victory begins now. Let's dive in. When the odds are stacked against you, the first thing you need to remember is the power of belief in yourself. You see, belief isn't just about thinking you can do something. It's about knowing deep down in your core that you have the ability to overcome obstacles, to defy the expectations placed upon you, to turn impossible situations into victories. When life challenges you, when people doubt you, the one thing no one can take away from you is your self-belief. It is the foundation of everything that you are. It's the one thing that can carry you through the darkest times. Belief in yourself isn't just about having confidence when things are going well. It's about keeping that same belief even when everything seems to be crumbling around you. In the face of adversity, others may hesitate, may falter, but if you maintain that belief, you will find a way forward. It's that belief that keeps you going when others quit. It gives you the courage to take that extra step, to try again and again, no matter how hard the path ahead seems. Without belief, the fight is lost before it even begins. So no matter how stacked the odds are, you have to stand firm and say, I believe I can do this, and let that belief be your guiding force. When the odds are against you, the next step is to focus on what you can control. This is critical because it is far too easy to get overwhelmed by everything that's out of your hands. You might be facing a situation where everything seems unpredictable, uncertain, and out of your control. The economy, the environment, other people's actions, these are all factors that can feel impossible to manage. But here's the truth, there is always something you can control. You may not control the outcome, but you can control your attitude, your approach, your work ethic, your resilience, and your determination. You may not be able to change the world, but you can change how you respond to it. Focus on mastering the things that are within your control and leave the rest. It is easy to waste energy on things that don't matter, on what's outside your reach. But the moment you accept that there are just some things you can't change, you can channel your energy into what you can. When you focus on what you can control, it empowers you. It gives you a sense of purpose. And even when the odds seem impossible, you know that you are doing everything you can to push forward. In the end, success comes from your relentless focus on the things you can master, regardless of the external factors at play. Embracing the struggle is one of the most important steps you can take when the odds are against you. Too often, people view struggle as a negative, something to avoid at all costs. But the truth is that struggle is not something that happens to you, it happens for you. The struggle is your teacher, your guide, your opportunity to grow. Every time you encounter difficulty, every time you hit a roadblock, you are being refined. It's easy to look at the struggle and see only failure, but you must understand that struggle is an integral part of success. The greatest warriors, the strongest leaders, the most resilient individuals are not those who have faced no adversity. They are the ones who have faced challenge after challenge, obstacle after obstacle, and have come out stronger on the other side. Embrace that struggle. Don't run from it. Don't fear it. Every difficulty you face is a step towards greater strength. When you embrace the struggle, you shift your mindset from why is this happening to me to what is this teaching me. In this mindset, the struggle no longer defeats you. It prepares you for greatness. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without the fight, there is no victory. So instead of shying away from the hard times, lean into them, learn from them, and know that each challenge is molding you into a version of yourself that is capable of handling anything. To win when the odds are stacked against you, you must be relentless. This is where true champions are made. Persistence is not about never falling down. It's about getting back up every single time you do. The key to overcoming the odds is not being able to predict every outcome, but rather it's about refusing to quit. No matter how many times you fail, no matter how many doors slam in your face, no matter how difficult the road gets, you have to keep moving forward. The moment you stop, the moment you allow yourself to give in to defeat, is the moment you let the odds win. But if you keep pushing, even when everything seems against you, you'll eventually break through. Relentlessness is about staying in the game even when the game doesn't seem to be in your favor. It's about knowing that no matter how many setbacks you face, they are not the end of your story. They are just moments along the way, obstacles to navigate. But not to stop you, you have to dig deep, find that extra ounce of determination, and push yourself beyond your limits. The world will test you, and it will seem like everything is against you. But your refusal to quit, your commitment to the process, will be the thing that sets you apart from everyone else. Adaptation is crucial when facing difficult odds. Stubbornness can often lead to failure, especially when you're holding on to old methods that no longer work. The key to winning when the odds are stacked against you is to be flexible, to be willing to innovate, to be willing to try new things and think outside the box. You can't always expect to win by doing things the way they've always been done. Sometimes the rules change, sometimes the game shifts, and sometimes the strategy that once worked becomes obsolete. So when the odds are against you, it's essential to be willing to pivot, to adjust your approach, and to come up with creative solutions that others might not see. Be open to new ideas, be willing to take risks, and trust that innovation often leads to breakthroughs. What worked in the past may no longer be relevant, so don't be afraid to try something new. If you face a challenge, look for the opportunity to reinvent yourself, your strategy, and your approach. Adaptation is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about using the circumstances to your advantage and finding new, better ways to move forward. The people you surround yourself with can make all the difference when the odds are stacked against you. You cannot and should not fight your battles alone. The right people can inspire you when you're tired, challenge you when you need to grow, and support you when you feel like quitting. You must build a network of individuals who believe in your vision and are willing to stand by you when the going gets tough. There will be times when you question your own abilities, when doubt creeps in, and when everything seems impossible. During these moments, it's the right people who will remind you of your worth, who will push you to keep going. Choose your circle wisely. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who encourage you to keep fighting, who won't let you settle for mediocrity. These are the people who will give you the strength to keep pushing forward when everything else is telling you to stop. Likewise, avoid those who drag you down, who tell you it's not possible, who want you to play small. The right people don't just make your journey easier, they make it possible. Together, you'll overcome odds that would have been insurmountable alone. When facing overwhelming odds, it's important to turn your weaknesses into strengths. Nobody is perfect. We all have areas in which we are less skilled, less confident, or less experienced. But these weaknesses don't have to define us. In fact, they can be some of your greatest assets. Instead of shying away from what you perceive as your weaknesses, take the time to work on them, to learn from them, and to turn them into something that gives you a unique edge. Sometimes the very thing that seems to hold you back, whether it's a lack of resources, experience, or knowledge, can become the key to your success if you approach it the right way. Look at your weaknesses not as barriers, but as challenges to overcome. And with the right mindset, you can turn them into opportunities. For instance, if you're not great at something, learn more about it. If you're lacking experience, use that as motivation to work harder, to dig deeper, to prove that you are capable of mastering it. Your weaknesses can be the very things that separate you from the crowd. The world often gives you its weaknesses to see if you'll overcome them. And when you do, you'll discover just how much strength you have. Having a clear vision is a powerful tool when the odds are against you. The clearer your vision, the more determined you'll be. When the world is chaotic, when everything around you is uncertain, a clear vision gives you something to focus on. It's easy to get distracted by the noise and the drama, but your vision is your North Star. It's the guiding force that helps you stay on track and keeps you from losing sight of your goals. The vision should be big, bold, and unwavering. It should excite you, challenge you, and drive you forward even when the road is tough. When you know exactly what you're working towards, the challenges along the way don't seem as daunting. Instead of focusing on the obstacles, you focus on the reward, the fulfillment of achieving your dream. A clear vision also helps you prioritize what's important and helps you cut through the distractions. Stay focused on your vision and don't let anything steer you off course. Failure is a natural part of the process, especially when the odds are stacked against you. Every successful person has faced setbacks, failures, and disappointments. But the key to winning when the odds are stacked against you is using those failures as fuel. Instead of seeing failure as a final destination, view it as part of the journey. Each failure teaches you something valuable. It gives you insight into what doesn't work, and that knowledge is just as important as knowing what does. Failure helps you grow, helps you develop resilience, and ultimately prepares you for success. The more you fail, the closer you are to getting it right. Don't be afraid to fail. Instead, fail fast, learn quickly, and keep moving forward. The key is to never let failure define you. It's simply a lesson in what you need to do next. The more you embrace failure, the less afraid you'll be of it, and the faster you'll find the path to success. Lastly, the one thing that separates winners from everyone else is action. It's not enough to talk about what you're going to do. It's not enough to dream about it. You have to take action. You can strategize, plan, and visualize, but if you're not moving forward, you're just spinning your wheels. Action is what turns plans into reality. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. When the odds are against you, it's action that keeps you moving when everything else is telling you to stop. Don't wait for the perfect moment because it may never come. Take action now. Even if you don't have everything you need, even if the circumstances aren't ideal, act anyway. The more you act, the closer you get to your breakthrough. So don't just talk about your dreams, make them happen with relentless action. As we stand here today, facing challenges both big and small, I want you to remember one thing: above all else, the odds are never the deciding factor. The world may throw every obstacle it can at you. It may tell you that you can't, that it's too much, that you'll never make it. But the moment you choose to keep going, when you refuse to be defined by your circumstances, you turn the tide. You transform every now into a reason to push harder, every setback into a step forward, and every doubt into fuel for your fire. This fight, this journey is not just about what you can see ahead. It's about what you carry inside. It's about your ability to believe when others won't, to keep going when others stop, and to rise every time life knocks you down. So when the odds are stacked against you, and they will be, don't ask for them to be easier. Ask for the strength to rise above them. Victory doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect moment, the easy path, or the right circumstances. It comes to those who choose to rise up, who keep moving forward, and who do the work even when it's hard, even when it's painful. It comes to those who believe in themselves so fiercely that they turn impossible into inevitable. So now it's your turn. The odds are against you, and that's exactly where you need to be, because that's where the winners are made. That's where legends are born. Keep believing, keep fighting, and above all, keep moving forward. Your victory is waiting, and it's closer than you think. Thank you.